What's up, guys? Dope Randy back at it again, and this is the second race in the first round of the Sofa Racing League playoffs. As this time, we are going to Watkins Glen International Raceway. I hope I didn't screw that up. In New York, as I'm getting ready to show you some qualifying. Now, the situation going into this race is that I had a pretty good race, actually a very good race in the last round. In the last race at Las Vegas. I got 4th, 5th, and 4th in the 3 stages, and I built myself a 20-point gap over the rest of the field. But I got a feeling that's about to change, because at Watkins Glen, I'm not the best tool in the toolbox, they say. And these guys, like Sharp and Rockstar and Mayo and all of them, they were bad fast. And I was having a tough time trying to keep up with them. And hopefully I can just try to hold on for dear life. And the goal here was to just stay on the pavement, try to get a good finish, and try to keep the gap that I had of 20. So we'll get ready to do qualifying here. And I don't know what to expect. As we all just make it through. And I actually get pretty good clearance from everyone. As I miss. But this is where the problem started. Supposedly I was braking way too dang late. Way too dang early, and I just screwed up Creeper big time. Sorry to him, but I eventually get taken out by people, and it comes to the point I have to take a course penalty. And so maybe that wasn't the worst thing, because I still get clean track to do what I need to do. And so as I get up to speed here and do my first official hot lap, let me take you around Watkins Glen. So we cross the start finish line, and you have to brake really hard. Like, I go into second for this long sweeping turn 1 heel. And then you get back in. I get back into third as we go up through the S's. As I just slam it on 4th gear about halfway through the S's. As I'm just straight gassing this, trying to go as fast as I can. And then we hit for this hard braking carousel that I did okay in. And then the long sweeping turn, I can't forget, I forgot the number. Anyway, as we go back into 4th gear, I got a pretty good lap going. And then going into turn 7, I think. I can't remember. And I go into second for this last right handle. And that was a pretty good lap by me, I think. As it's only a 1:11.6. And that was not good. As I try to do the process again. But I am catching the 2 people in front of me. Even though the spots doesn't matter. It's just to say that you're faster than them. as that time I did a lot better going through the carousel. Because if you play this game, you should know that if you clip the grass even the slightest little bit, it could screw you up big time. As I'm actually going to get a run on Mr. JW in the 52. And I make it work. I slam on the gas. And then I just floor it right here. As I felt like that was faster. But I did not record the time. So as we're waiting on everyone to finish, like I've been saying, if you like what you see, give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe for more content from this league and my other league that I'm doing, the Days of Thunder Racing League, where I am running the exact same course, the Xfinity, plus I may do a little cup action. So if you want to see more content, hit the like button and subscribe, and you will be happy. So I get 10th right here, and I thought I had a rough idea about where I was going to be as far as starting time and starting position. All I want is a good starting spot up in the top 5, away from all of the trouble, which is in the middle of the pack. And as you see, that does not happen at all, as I qualified 10th with a 111.6, and Hunty qualifies with a 109.8, and that is blazing. Like, I don't know. You just gotta tip your cap to him and move on about that one. Yeah, shout out to him for putting down literally a blazing time. But I got 10th. As everyone in the playoffs is in this race, as they should be. So we got 18 guys getting ready to duke it out. Like I kept saying, you have a 20-point gap. You are 3rd place in the standings. You're directly in the middle of the pack, which is the last thing you want to do on this road course. And the game plan was just to put all 4 tires on the concrete at all times. I feel like I had enough speed to keep up, but as soon as I saw qualifying, that went out the window, and I don't know. I was just hoping, let's just get this over with and minimize any damage that I might get. So we're going into the long turn 1 here, and shockingly enough, no one spins out. No one spins out at all. As we make a little contact between Luke and Major, and I just have to bounce off Major, basically. So I'm in 7th. This is pretty good. And then we go into the carousel. Well, I'm just hoping I don't get T-boned in the back. But I don't, as I'm actually tried making a move under Sharp. But with the good little road racer he is. And then as Major just straight shoves me into the back on lap 1. and I fall back to 9th, which sucks, but it's all good because, as you can see, there's pretty much no one in my direct line of threat.
Stay right. Keep it right there.
As I just straight plow into creep on my teammate. I mean, yeah, I thought it was crazy because, like, we have 2 road course races on the season in Road America and this one. And at Road America, I was a lot more comfortable and a lot more competitive than Watkins Glen. And when I was doing my prep for this race, as Luke gets all squirrely, and I'm going to get around him for P8. But when I was doing my prep for this track, I really didn't, like, I came in with the mindset of, if you can drive Road America, you can drive this place easy. But you can't go in with that, as you will learn all road courses drive differently, and you just have to learn every different one has its own identity. Like, this one is probably one of the fastest road courses in the United States, I got a feeling, as major crashes. But he already won, he won the last race at Las Vegas, so he was slotted into the next round. Lucky him. But I'm just following the two aces, I feel like, in Luke and Creeple. As again, I've got no pressure from P9, who's 1.6 seconds behind, and I'm like hoping that these two screw up so I can get more points, more stage points, as we are coming to 1 lap to go in the stage right about now. Sponsored by Credit One Bank, hashtag cheap plug, as I'm just trying to be one smooth little driver for this lap, and don't let any chances of P9 or P10 get me, and hopefully pray that the two ahead of me, who are in the chase, can screw up a little bit and I can get around them, because there ain't no way in hell I'm passing them based on straight speed, as I mess up a little bit, and then Creeple gets into Luke on accident and puts Luke into the wall up there, and I go up to P7, which is great. And then as long as I can hit this one final turn, I should be good for 7th, and I am, as we're gonna get 7th in this stage. And I will take that. I will highly take that. And so this, I thought about not pitting at the end of stage 1 right here, because you can barely make it to the end on stage 2 straight up. And I was wanting to do it for the track position and all of that. But as you'll see here, people do play that game, as 3 people did not pit.
Stay sharp.
And some people took 2 tiles. But I mean, I'm back to P10. I'm right where I was in the beginning of the race. And again, just don't kill each other, as Hollingsworth just gives me a shove. And I'm like, thanks dude, because you actually gained me a couple of spots. As though getting squirrely, and Skullman's in the grass, and I'm hoping don't come into me. But then he comes in, then he hits Hunty in the 60, and Hunty just straight pins me up against the fence. And now we got a log jam on the S's, and all of the strategy, and all of the cleanness, and the stage points, and all of that is now out the window. As now I am back to next to last. As of this point, I'm just trying to get up there for a good spot and Pete for the final stage. Cause I mean, I knew it was gonna happen up there.
Keep it right there.
I knew it was gonna happen. It didn't happen in stage 1, and I was kind of surprised by that. But in stage 2, they got a little people with no tiles, people with 2 tiles, people with 4 tiles. It all just, it got crazy. So now I'm back to P16. Slowly but surely catching these two. As I'm just kinda hoping for the stage to end. As I'm just trying to get everything I can. I'm just thinking about the points. I did good in P7 in the first stage, and as I'm slowly but surely I'm catching these two. But the problem is it's not for 10th, it's for 16th freaking place, as we only got 2 laps to go in the stage. And yes, these stages do go by pretty quick. As now I am right there. As I felt like I had some speed. Probably not. I was not the fastest person in New York, in the state of New York, by a long shot. Like at all. I felt like I could hold my own with some people. As Wild Red in the 39, I think he got too cute and clipped the grass and almost got into me. Hopefully I just kept that bitch straight and we're all Gucci. As we're coming to the final lap in the stage. Sponsored by Credit One Bank. Hashtag cheap plug. I'm just trying to pass these two. And then hope that someone decides to pit. As I'm beside Phantom, the 12th, and Cowboys is off into the distance. Which sucks. As I feel like I am faster than these two. And then we got 10th right up there. So I don't know. As I brake too much right there. And you're gonna see some people are gonna come down pit road. I almost went down pit road. But at the last second, I saw at the back of my eye, I saw Creeper and Hunty come down pit road. And I was like, maybe I can get a top 10 in this stage. So I just gas it. And as you can see the gap, I almost got Creeple and Hunty for a stage point. But it's whatever. As we are now heading to the final stage, and I need everything. I need the racing gods to not put me in a crash. That's literally what I'm saying right here as I'm racing this live. I'm back in 16th, which actually might not be the worst thing, because if they do take each other out, I am literally one of the last cars on the track, so I can just get around everyone on the high side. Like, kind of that. I'm up to 12th, like that. As so 3 wide in the S's, which I would not recommend that, as I am literally on the brakes, and I'm pushing T-mills to keep the thing straight. As we straighten her out, I give T-mills a little shove, and the 28 gets I think he got a course penalty, and kind of wiped out the 40's momentum of T-mills. So right now things are going good. I'm up to P9. I think the trouble has been avoided for now, as I'm just trying to drive this thing like my mama stole it. But the problem with that is you got T-mills back there in the 40, who was one of the guys who I was afraid of, because he could straight kick my ass on these road courses. Sorry for the language, but he could straight whoop my butt on these road courses. As right now we're just holding bay, and I'm holding bay. I'm just trying not to get caught up in anything and get a good solid top 10 finish. Here, the last thing I need is a course penalty or something like that, as Creeper goes off, and me and him are side by side for P8, as we have a nice little 5-car pack uphill, and it's about to be a 6-car pack as T-mills is going to join this, and I just give Creeper the spot, because these are the guys. As Creeper hits the fence, and I just get around him for P8. But yeah, like some of these guys like Luke and T-mills and Creeper, and who is that up there in that black and green 22? Is that Sharp? Yeah, him too. Like all these guys, and Maverick too. He qualified P2. Like all of these guys, if we're being 100. All these guys are probably faster than me. As I said, I'm going to get around Maverick for P7. Or not, because I decided to be a little conservative. Because I say they were faster than me because I just didn't have the braking zones down where I could maximize my time, or shorten the time, or whatever you want to say, as I just screw that torn up, and I'm going to let T-mills have it, and I almost screw that torn up. As we got 7 laps to go right here. If I'm going to get up there, I'm going to need to pull off a differing strategy. Because there's probably ain't going to be a way that I can just straight pass everyone. Yeah, that's no way that's gonna happen. As I get around Luke for P8 on the lawn sweeping right handle. Like, I don't know why people cut that. It just puts them straight up into the wall. Like, every time. And I noticed it was Luke and Creeple were doing it the most. But it's whatever. It's all good, I guess. As Luke decides to... Wait. No. Yeah, Luke decides to come in the pit. And he would be the first one to come down pit road. As at this point, I'm literally just trying to follow T-Mills. The Edsport, shout out to him. Who is also in the chase. In the playoffs. I'm just trying to follow him and get some notes that I could use for the final couple of laps here. See what the hell I'm doing wrong. And also I thought about the strat that I was gonna pull. Like at this point I was pretty much making my bed. So I'm just doing everything I can to make sure I do what I need to do. As I'm in P8. I have to come into 5 laps to go. As I think as one person came down pit road. As T-Mills gets around Maverick on the S's for P6, and then I'm going to try to get around Maverick using the preferred line this time, but I just braked so early in comparison to everybody else in the S's, but it sets me up for this turn because I can just straight get around him. But I screw that up and he puts me back on the crossover. But I do have the preferred line going into this turn. But again, my braking zones are so much earlier than everybody else.
Stay right, steady, your left.
As that was kind of accidental. That was my B if I got into you, but he was coming down pit road anyway. But that kind of cost me some time between me and T-Mills, which was fine, I guess. As the gas light is going to come on right here. As we'll come into 3 laps to go. I cannot make it to the end on gas, period. Like, not even close. I'll be like a lap and a half short. And if there's one thing you don't want to do at this place, it's run out of gas. And if you can't make it back, you are absolutely screwed.
We're almost out of gas.
But right here I'm still just hitting my morts. And everyone decides to come in now. I still got one more lap of gas left, and I'm on the strat, or my personal strategy. As you can see, I'm the leader, in which that is a miracle. Because I didn't think that would happen. Like, at all. So at this point, I was just hoping not to screw anything up. Because I kind of screwed up the carousel. Because I was just, my mindset was if you just put one wheel in the grass, you're gonna get a course penalty, and that would be a killer. But as you can see, we got a problem that the Leidos are 12.5 seconds ahead as I'm coming down pit road this time. And you'll see the call that I'm gonna make. I only do a half a can, no tiles, and I'm just gonna try to. I'm gonna throw one last swing at this number 6 Leidos Ford Mustang, as I only need 4 seconds of gas, and I'm getting the hell out of here. Now, my goal was to get higher than 7th or 8th, because that's where I was. As you can see, it was okay. Like, I'm around the same people. Now, T-Mills, I don't know what he was doing. He might have been saving gas. He might have not. But he just slowed down a ton. Coming into the carousel. As you can see, now, my only thinking is that if he did the same thing I did, which would be a half a can, and he didn't come down for tiles, and he only got one half, then he should be running out of gas around this lap, as he hit the fence right there and lost all of his momentum. But no, I think he kind of was solved it at this point. As I finally do go through the grass on that turn. But no, as I got no pressure from the back, and there ain't no way in hell I'm gonna catch T-Mills unless he just screws up, which he ain't, because he's a good little SOB on these road courses. I'm gonna come home in P7, as I'm just trying too hard at this point. As we come home in 7th, and I will take that. Now, Walt Stoll, he did win, and shout out to him, as he does move on into the next round of the playoffs automatically with the dub. And these guys like Hunty and Mayo and Sharp, they just straight kicked my ass all day, up and down, all day long. Shout out to those guys. They're all on the same team. They perfected the strat, perfected the driving style, and they just straight mortared everyone. As I'll be happy with a 7th as we move on into the final race in the round 12, which would be Richmond International Raceway, or Richmond Motor Speedway, or whatever it's called. We're going to Richmond, and I know this race was started on Thursday, and I'm doing this on Monday. I already have the points. I am not tech savvy enough to know how to put photos in the SHAREfactory, Well, I bet I could figure it out. It can't be that hard. But anyway, the playoff standings as of right now is that I did lose some. I considered Watkins Glen a success because I had a 20-point gap going into Watkins Glen, and coming out of Watkins Glen, I only lost 5 points. So I got a 15-point gap. Me and the 22 of Sharp are actually tied for 4th, as I did good. I've been practicing for Richmond. I should be, as long as I don't screw up big time, I should be okay with the speed I have, but we'll see how it goes. Thank you all for watching. Like and subscribe if you want more.